Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the other side of the corner. Welcome to your latest Chelsea news. Look, the international break, of course, it is so damn boring. And some of these international matches are quite damn boring as well. They're not worth talking about. But what is worth talking about is little bits of rumors here and there, especially when it comes from Fabrizio Romano. We definitely need to delve deep and talk about it. So we've got some news in regards to Fermin Lopez. We've got some little bits and pieces in regards to Joao Pedro. And of course, Cole Palmer. How many matches is Cole Palmer going to miss? We've got all of that information covered right here on this channel. Now, let's kick things off with Fermin Lopez, ladies and gentlemen. What's happening? What's Fabrizio Romano saying? Fermin Lopez remains and will remain on Chelsea's target list for the next years in case he ever decides to leave. I love this. I love this. You know how many times I've said that Fermin Lopez over the last recent times. I've watched a lot of Barcelona and I've been watching Fermin Lopez. He seems like he's actually the right fit for what we need, especially through that midfield, on and off the ball. On the ball, technicality, skyrocketing technicality, his ability to penetrate through the middle, find those key passes, shooting from long distance, crashing into the box, all of that. He's got it pressing from the front, off the ball, pressing from the front, recovery, defending. He is exactly what you feel like right now Chelsea could do with in midfield, although taking nothing away from Caicedo, Enzo Fernandez, obviously Romy Lavia is back, Andre Santos, they've all been good. But, these are the type of players that you want to add in order to take us to the next level. Some people have been saying, Miz, the squad's just not good enough to compete at the highest level. Me personally, I feel like it is there. Is every ingredient available? No. But it's still there. But add someone like Fermin Lopez, you're getting closer and closer to really competing at the highest level on a regular basis. Now, a lot of people will also tell us that there's no way he's leaving Barcelona. He's said it. He's confirmed it many a times that he's staying at Barcelona. He doesn't want to leave. He wants to retire there, wants to become a legend there. Of course, all of these things can come true. But when push comes to shove, players are only loyal to game time. If he doesn't get enough game time at Barcelona, yes, his mood could change. You could perhaps persuade him to come to the Premier League. Don't forget, Premier League is where most players want to be. It is the most lucrative league out there. And in terms of money, I'm pretty sure we can give him more money than what he's on at Barcelona, who are going through financial troubles. La Liga as an entire entity is going through some financial troubles. So it all comes down to him. So I do believe this. And I know most people will laugh. Chelsea fans probably will laugh. Look, what's the point of having players on list? We've had many players on list. We've had Xavi Simons on the list. We've had XYZ on the list, and we don't end up getting. Look, I know some of them we didn't get. Some of them we tried, we have ended up getting. I think Fermin Lopez is a genuine target. It really is a genuine target. It now really comes down to Fermin Lopez. If he entertains a move, then I think we'll do our level best, because I don't think he's on the highest wages at Barcelona, and I don't think his transfer fee is going to be that exorbitant as well. So let's see what happens in the January window. If it doesn't transpire in the January window, let's see what happens next summer. This is a player that we've been linked with last summer that just went by. And I feel like we are going to be pursuing this over the upcoming windows as well. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts. Do you like Fermin Lopez? Do you think he adds value to Chelsea Football Club? Do you think this is too far-fetched? Do you think this is just PR? This is not going to happen. This is what Chelsea Football Club, they do under this new ownership. They show you, they dangle the carrot of Fermin Lopez, and then they end up getting someone else. So let me know your thoughts. Me personally, I feel like if both, like Chelsea obviously want it, if Fermin Lopez wants it as well, I think we can make something happen. Now, next up, Sam Allardyce on Joao Pedro. I think that over the last few years, he has proven to be a top player who can score goals. I think that is what we all want to see. Coming from no tippy-tappy football show. Look, Joao Pedro, of course, over the last couple of seasons has really started to show his true, skill set and his true powers, I suppose. But it was all noticeable all the way back from Watford. I noticed it, and a lot of you guys have probably noticed it as well in his earlier days in the Premier League for Watford. Then obviously went to Brighton, where he did very well. Didn't really lit up the world or anything like that, but still decent enough. Now Chelsea Football Club is doing well. Started things at Club World Cup fantastically. Started this season quite strongly over the last few games. Probably has dampened down a little bit, but that's for the entire team. We've been losing as well. So it's not just on Joao Pedro. One thing I will say, though, about Joao Pedro, I think it's clear to see he can definitely play as a striker. Enzo Maresca did say that he's a number 9 initially, but Maresca has also said he can play anywhere in the front 3. He can even play as a number 10. We've seen that. He definitely thrives as a number 10. So a couple of things that I want to talk about. Number one, I think he's very good as a striker only if there's Cole Palmer behind him. There's no point in having him as a striker if there's no playmaker behind him to feed him those passes where he can make those decoy runs and really open up space for Cole Palmer the way he did against PSG. So that's one thing we need to be, sort of be not concerned, but be weary about, be thinking about that. Joao Pedro as a striker really works when you have a quality player like Cole Palmer in behind. The second thing is when there is no Joao Pedro, when there is no Cole Palmer available, Joao Pedro seems to work really well in behind a striker, like the way we saw when Dilap was up front. So there's two cases here. Whenever Cole Palmer is not available, I think we're probably better off having Joao Pedro as the number 10, really dropping deep, helping out with midfield, helping out with the build-up, and then connecting with the attack. So perhaps having a Mark Gue up front. Once again, people will laugh. Mark Gue. Mark Gue at Chelsea. Don't laugh at nothing. This Chelsea Football Club, they've shown time in, time out, give opportunities. Utilize your squad to the fullest. Things can happen. Dilap would have been the ideal case, of course, but Dilap's injured. We saw when Dilap was up front, really allowed Joao Pedro to run the show. So now Dilap's not available. See if we can trust Mark Gue. There's nothing wrong with giving that opportunity just to see what can happen. Mark Gue, so far, in the little bits and pieces against Liverpool, showed immense quality in terms of pressing. And that in itself will open up the gates for Joao Pedro. So let's see with Cole Palmer, who's going to be missing over the next few games, in fact, more than few games, and that's the next story that we want to talk about. Chelsea expect Cole Palmer to be sidelined until November following a club meeting about the groin injury. He is set to miss Nottingham Forest straight after the international break, Ajax in the Champions League, Sunderland straight after that, and Wolves in the Carabao Cup. I honestly feel he's probably going to miss more than this. I really do, because that level of injury, it takes time. Those 4 games are in the span of 2 weeks. So he's got 2 weeks off from international break. He's got 2 more weeks there. He's probably had, a week, a couple of weeks. So it's been 6 weeks. I think he's probably going to take another couple of weeks after that. Nonetheless, he's going to miss out on these games. These games we should be winning without him anyway. We really should be winning these games against Nottingham Forest, Ajax, Sunderland, and Wolves without Cole Palmer. Estevan Willian has been shining. We need others to step up, and they have been stepping up. Goals coming from Caicedo, goals coming from Enzo Fernandez. But yes, in these matches, I don't mind seeing Joao Pedro in the number 10, Mark Gue up front, and Estevan on the right. Now, a lot of you guys might be thinking, well, who's going to be the striker in the bench? All right, well, let's promote Shin Mahuka. Have him in the bench. There's a lot of talks that's happening that he's doing well. He's training with the first team. Let's go for this. This is what we have available. We don't have the window open right now. So this is what we have. This is what we've got to utilize. That's how I look at it. Ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts about everything we spoke about. Do you agree? Mark Gue up front, Joao Pedro in behind, Estevan on the right, and maybe Shin Mahuka on the bench, acting as a backup striker for the time being, as the window is not open right now. This is how you make the most out of what is available to you. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Smash up the like button if you've enjoyed this. If you're here for the first time, subscribe, hit the bell notification to stay in touch with all my content. Till next time, take care. See ya. Bye.